All right, everybody, changing it up from working on our cars, we're working on carts. And in this video, we are going to be swapping out those old dated lead batteries and putting in a brand new lithium battery kit on my dad's Yamaha golf cart. Got Chevy logos, but it's a Yamaha. Let's jump right into it. All right, so starting a new project, I got it all unboxed because that's how I like to do it, just so I can see how it's all gonna go back in. Pretty much you got the monitor to this cable, which then plugs into the battery. You got the battery that's attached with this plug to the built-in charger, which is totally awesome because now you don't have to worry about carrying a charger around. All you got to do is plug your extension cord right into the little outlet that's going to be right in your golf cart. Then I have some bus connectors and a converter just to convert that 48 volt down to a 12 volt for all the auxiliaries. And that's my whole setup. This shouldn't be too hard to do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove all those old batteries and components out of the golf cart. And whenever you're doing anything on a golf cart electrical wise, you wanna make sure that that ignition is off, keys are out. If you have a tow run mode, you also wanna make sure that that's to tow before you're disconnecting any batteries. You don't wanna fry any circuits. Okay, another thing to note when you're taking all your cables off of your battery, you start with the negative, then you want to go down the chain as you start taking the cables off. And then also while I'm taking the cables off, I'm going to start marking what's what. So like this here is the positive auxiliary cable. So we just want to make sure we mark everything so it's all going back in the same terminals. And now with everything marked, it's time for the fun part. We're going to take all these old batteries out. And honestly, one of these lead batteries probably weighs as much as that brand new lithium battery. I clean it all up. And then I just have one more thing to take out, which is that old charge port plug. Just a couple of tabs and screws later and it's out. Now I'm gonna start dry fitting the new battery and the charger. So that all looks good. I noticed that the main 48 volt negative cable is on the wrong side because the battery has both terminals on one side. So I need to reroute that negative cable. That's not too hard. I just snipped a couple of zip ties and routed it over. Then for the positive motor side, that wasn't going to reach the battery, so I installed a bus bar. And I love bus bars. If you ever can use a bus bar to like split your 12 volt power anywhere, just do it. Then you only have one power cable going to your battery. It's a nice option. Then to keep on installing, we're going to go to the plug. So this sweet little plug just accepts an extension cable, so you don't have to worry about a charger anymore. It mounts in with just a couple of pot rivets on the base and some self-tapping screws from the plug to the base. I mounted the charger with some bolts I had lying around. And then to plug everything in, all you have to do is plug the charger's extension cable into the plug's extension cable. And on the other side of the charger, there's just this little gray plug. You can only plug it in one way. That will go to the battery. Alrighty, now we got our battery able to charge up and power to the motor. And this cart does have auxiliary components that will require 12 volts. So I added a 48 volt to 12 volt converter. Again, pretty simple. The converter marks exactly which cables need to go where. And that's why I marked those auxiliary cables right in the beginning. When you're adding a converter, the most important thing is just making sure your connections are solid. I went ahead and just soldered and shrink wrapped all my connections, and then I bolted the converter in with just a couple self-tapping screws. Now that's done. With everything bolted down in that battery compartment area, I brought the new lithium battery over and strapped it down. Just make sure you're strapping to the frame, not kinking any cable or anything. I ran the straps right around the frames underneath this battery tray in an X pattern, snipped the excess straps away, then burned the ends so it wouldn't fray, and then called it good. And I figured why not wire everything up while I'm in here. So I started with the bus bar positive with the charge cable positive on the outer positive terminal of the battery. Then I added the main negative, usually black 48 volt wire to the negative terminal along with that black charge wire. And then that brown stuff you see on the terminals and connectors, a little dielectric grease for corrosion. And because if I didn't put it on there, some internet troll would probably leave me a comment. I finished wiring everything up with the auxiliary cables, positive first, then negative. When you go to hit that negative on, remember it's charging up the capacitors of your converter, so it's going to give you a little spark. Don't be nervous, just commit. Now we're wired up, and I test the blinkers because why not? Sweet. And the last piece we need to install is the monitor. Let's jump right into it. The kit provides some bolts to mount the monitor bracket down, so you just remove the monitor from the mounting bracket and then mount the bracket. Then you need to run the wire from the monitor to the back of the battery, so keep in mind where you want to mount the monitor. Routing your cable is going to depend on where you want your monitor.
For me, I could see the hole I made, so I just pushed the plug up and grabbed it with a hook. I got lucky. Running wires is usually not this easy. Once that cable is through, I plugged the monitor back in and mounted it back onto the bracket. You'll need to think about how you run the cable coming off the back of the monitor. I just ran mine along the frame there and zip tied it up. Then you line up the teeth of the monitor plug cable with the battery plug's inlet side, thread it down, and then you're done.
Last step, setting up that monitor. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna hold the power button. There you go. This monitor, and then the little sticker on the back of the monitor said to go to page 2 and make sure this DSG and CHG are on, so they're both on, so we're good.
With everything installed and plugged in, I got fancy with some zip ties to tidy up all the wiring, and now we're ready to test drive.
See ya. Woo. This thing is way faster, way peppier than when I'm going up and down hills. You don't have that lag from a lead battery. So a sweet upgrade, considering if you were to go out and buy 4 12 volt or 6 8 volt batteries to do a full 48 volt circuit, this whole kit being $900 is awesome buy. And it comes with a charger and everything. So yep, totally worth it. It runs great. Hey, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. And thank you for watching.
Awesome.